Hey guys, hey team, welcome back. So as you may have noticed on the channel, we now have memberships, which I'm pretty proud of. So you can join now as a member and get fan badges. We can talk on a closed chat between ourselves. We can do questions and answers, etc, etc. So that's a new thing for the channel. Moving on, episode 3. Kiting. Now, I don't know how well this is going to go down for you lot, but this is a real love of mine. I absolutely love kiting. It's such a laugh. It's not really aimed at a launch method. It's just a way of getting super comfortable with your paraglider and knowing how far you can push it to the sides and to the back and to the front and maneuver yourself around and jump in the air, walk up things. It's more of a confidence building thing and just a load of fun. I use this a lot. Now, it's also great for at the beach, for playing on the dunes. It's just a really good method. These methods that I'm going to show you are just really good confidence building things that you can do with your paraglider. They're quite different to taking the brakes and launching and steering backwards and twisting and taking off. It's all very different to that. It's actually dead easy to do. In fact, I would say it's easier to do than the taking of the brakes and the reverse ground handling. It's actually easier. And I've taught some of my pals to do this over the years, and I have to tell them to pack it in and go back to doing the actual launch because they find it that easy and it makes them look that good. They won't go back to the proper launch method. So don't just stick to this. This is just something to do for a bit of fun, for running around, using your body. As I say, for climbing up and down things, which I'm not telling you to do. It's really great fun. So let's get up the hill. It's just stopped raining and the sun has come out. I can't wait to do this. I'm going to drive my van onto our local field because it's 20-mile-an-hour wind and it should be perfect for doing a bit of walking up and down the side of the van and across the van. Now my van is an extra long wheelbase, extra high. So you never know, I might be able to rid saw the van, which will be hellish fun. But anyway, this is kiting. Okay, here we go. So I'm all connected. Wind is blowing into the wing just like it normally would. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take with my left hand the left brake line and with my right hand the right brake line. So basically it's a kite. I'm going to bring the glider up, and if I pull left, it will go left. And if I pull right, it will go right. Let's just show you that bit first. So I'm going to hold them nice and low. The brakes themselves are going to stay on the risers. I'm just going to hold them nice and low down.
Close to the pulleys.
Close to the pulleys. And for the launch, here's the wind. Oh, it's strong now. And for the launch, all I'm going to do is I'm going to lean towards the wing and then lean back hard like that, and it'll come up like that. So now look, I want to go to the right or the left. So I pull left and the wind will go left and I'll run left. And now I'm going to pull right and run right. So I'm pulling right. Now I want to go left. So I'm going to pull left and run left. It's as simple as that. That's kiting. Yeah, that's the basic crux of it, right? That's the very simple part. So let's do the launch again.
Very up and down, isn't it?
It's very turbulent. Oh. And that's the way we do a jolt launch, where we just jolt backwards. So now it's all the same. I'm still doing the pitch control the same. But now, if I want to steer and run anywhere, if I pull left, so now if I bring my left arm down, it will bring me to my left, look, and I can run with it. Right arm to slow down, And now I want to go back to the right. So pull right, only right, not left. Only right, and run with it. So there's the right, and now run with it. Like that. If it's super gusty, where it's having me into the sky, because the gusts are that strong, I would take the rear risers as well. So take the rear risers with the brake. Now, let me just land. If I take the rear risers, if I happen to be pulled into the sky, I have more rigidity through the riser system, so it won't make me twist out. I'll stay facing the wing because it's rigid this way. Whereas if I'm just on the brake line, obviously they're a bit more spaghetti-like and there's no rigidity through the lines. So if I get pulled into the sky, I will untwist, or I could untwist. So again, if I take the rear risers with the brake line like this, I have that rigidity. It will keep me facing and planted facing the wing. So let's just do another jolt launch. So there's the wall. So I've got the rear risers pulled on because I'm not ready to go. It's very, 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 very windy. So I'm going to put a foot forward. I've got the rear risers on. I'm going to release the rear risers, lean to the wing, and then throw my weight backwards, and the wing will shoot up into the sky. Just going to wait for this gust because it's hellish strong now.
I hasten to add he's on a roller, a Niviuk roller.
So I've gone for just the brake lines, and then when it's up, if I feel it's lifting me in the air, I'll take the rear risers. In fact, it's that strong, I'm going to go on rear risers now. Wait! I'm going to go rear risers now. So I've got the whole lot. I've got the whole rear risers with the brake line. Let's try it. It's really, really strong. So foot forward. I can't tell you how weird. This is mid-20s. Here we go. Here we go. Lean forward, lean back with no brake on. Doesn't help doing it on a downhill and I'm facing downhill.
And it's blowing about 25 mile an hour.
Here we go, here we go. So lean, no brakes, and then brake at the top. Okay, it's slightly dropped to be fair then as I launched. So I'm back on the brake lines now because it's not pulling me in the sky. So I'm happy like this. So look, if I bring my arms right out, you can see right to go right, left to go left. That's kiting. It's all the same, there, pressure. If it starts to land, release the brake, there, pressure. It's all the same principles of normal paraglide launching and ground handling, but you're doing it with the brake lines in the actual correct hands in a way, left hand, right hand. And now I can pull left, I can twist my body the way I want to go. I shouldn't let go, I'm just trying to show you. And I can face the way I want to run and leave the glider in the cobra position. And then more right arm and it'll come back like that. And now I'm going to go right, so pull right, twist my body right, and I'm going to run with it. And if I want to slow down, it'll be my left arm, even if it falls down like that. Left arm. And it'll come back, left arm, and run under the low side, like that.
Just do another launch.
So that's one way of doing it, that's the jolt launch. Let me just do it again. So I'll stay on the brakes, I'm just going to move my body, hit the brakes, get it square. Hellish windy, here we go. So square wall, hold the brakes low, low down, otherwise as you do the jolt, you'll naturally pull the brakes. You can't pull the brakes when you do the jolt. So here we go, foot forward, lean forward, jolt back, no brake, and then brake at the top. And I'm stepping under it, I'm stepping right while I'm braking left. It's very turbulent here. It's not the best place to be doing this really. So that's the one launch, let me just land it. And then there's another launch you can do. Whereas the very famous Mike Kung showed me this launch. about 30 years ago. So this launch, let me just open the wing a bit neater, which is like that. So the way Mike Kung launches is he gets it square like this. And what he would do now is, I'm not going to do it because it's really, really windy and turbulent. He would let go of the brakes. Oh, here we go, it's eased now. This is how Mike Kung would do it. He takes the brake lines, gets it square, he lowers the wall, releases, and then a gentle pull on the A's, and then he goes for the brake lines like that. That's how Mike Kung does it. As you can see, the wing's jolting everywhere just because it's in turbulence. So let me just do that again. Mike Kung is an absolute legend. He won't remember me, but he taught me some amazing tricks 30 odd years ago in Turkey. I think I've said this on one of my videos a few years back. There was just myself, one of my good pals, and Mike Kung on the mountain, and Mike Kung's driver. And he spent all day long showing me and my pal all these sorts of tricks. Never forget it. Thank you, Mike. Anyway, here we go. A Mike Kung launch. Oh, woohoo! It's hellish windy. And I don't want to let Mike down. So yeah, this isn't my method, although I'm showing you, this is a Mike Kung method. Just going to wait for this gust because it's hellish strong. Okay, here we go. So bring the brakes on, get the wingtips under, like that, that's nice. Gently release, gentle pull on the A's, and then onto the brake lines. And then you're squared away, ready to go again. Let's land it. And we'll do it again.
What method do you prefer, Marc?
I like the jolt method, which I haven't seen anybody else do. That's not a Mike, well, I don't know whether Mike does that method.
I would say the benefit of that method
I like
is
this,
to stay
yeah,
on the
I
brake.
like this method because I'm already on the brake. So now watch, boom, snatch, no brake, no brake, no brake, brake. I quite like that method. And Mike, if by any miracle you watch this video, you can perhaps tell us whether you think the jolt launch or your launch this way, which one you prefer. Let us know. I'd love to hear Mike on the channel. Legend. Anyway, then there's another launch, which is this one. You could take the A's in your right hand, and again, the brake lines in your left hand. I quite like this one because I can steer the wing, look. I can steer the wing on the A's as well as the brakes. It's a bit like four-wheel steering. So look, I can bring the wing up and steer it. The wing is steering on with my right hand. I'm steering it on the A's, look. So now I can bring the wing up on the A's and stop it on the brakes and stay as I am until I'm really happy. So look, I'm steering the whole wing all the time. I like this method. Got to keep squatted low because it's got very strong. But this is quite nice, and now it's really in the power zone and the wing's happy. I can now go back on both brake lines like that. Now, as I said earlier, if it starts to take me in the sky, off like that, just on the brake lines, you don't have that rigidity. So you'll naturally, as you take off, you'll naturally untwist. So now it's dead windy, I'm going to take the rears as well, like that. Because now I have that rigidity in the glider. So if I do take off, I won't untwist. And it's the same method, look, pull left, go left. Pull right, twist my body right and run right. Look at my body, the way I'm running. I'm running properly. Woo! I'm going! Jesus Christ! Oh, that was proper windy. So if it gets that windy, well, you shouldn't really be out. I'm just trying to make a video. But look, rear risers. Sean, just twist round, show them the trees. It's howling. It is howling.
Just these little trees here, look.
But look at the glider, look at the glider. Because I've got the rears on to my hips, as well as the brakes. That brake's actually come unplugged, there you go. But look, I feel totally confident like that. It won't drag me until I release. Let's just move back up into the wind even more, because I'm a sucker for punishment. That was a hell of a gust. Okay, there we go. So you've got a few options on the launch. You can do the brake only,
Slightly lighter winds, maybe.
which is what I've called the jolt launch. Maybe someone can come up with a better name. The Leavesley jolt. Anyway, there's that one where you can just jolt backwards. There's Mike's one, which is the pull and then quickly get on the brakes or the rears. Or, I think the one I probably like the best, is the brakes in my left hand and take the A's together like that. Because as I said, I can steer the leading edge, look at that, as well as the brakes. I can steer it all. So rather than just being brake and the glider bites, it's the leading edge, it's the A's biting as well as the brakes, so it's very quick. So if I want the glider to go this way, when it's on the ground, I can literally just pull harder this side and it'll do that. If I want it to go to my left, I can just do that, look. See, if I want it to go to my right, oh my God, it's windy. Right, if it ever gets this windy, let go of the A's. You should never be holding the A's if it's this windy. Don't hold the A's, it's gonna bloody drag you. It's gonna launch, don't touch those A's. It's that windy now, I'm going rear riser. I'm going rear riser. And now, it will not, I wish you could see the wind, show them the trees again. It's absolutely howling. So when you're on the rear risers like this, planted to your hips, it's not going to go anywhere. Let me show you, while it's this windy, let me show you how you would get it away now. I'll wait for it to get it at its absolute windiest, and let me show you a trick.
Show you my hair.
This doesn't matter whether you've got the brakes in your hands or not, as long as you're on the rear risers. Yeah, it's dead windy, watch this. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring the rears into my one hand, and I'm going to twist the glider off the wind window. So I'll bring the rears, I've got them pulled on, look, bring them together so they're in one hand, but I've still got them pulled on. I'm going to come across all the mailons up here, and now I can let this bit go because it's still pulled on there, and I'm going to rose, but look at my body, look what I'm doing. Look what I'm doing, I'm walking off the wind. I'm walking to this wingtip while I'm rosing. The wind has just worked for me. So rather than think, oh my God, it is howling, I'm never going to get this in, like I used to 36 years ago, now I let the wind work for me. Watch. Let's get it nice and open. Okay, let's do it as if you've done an actual landing. I'm going off script here, Sean. So look, you've landed and you like this on the brakes. You go, oh my God, oh my God. First of all, get on them rear risers. Forget the brake handles. Who cares where the brake handles go? Rear risers to your hips, to your crutch. I do like saying crutch. Forget the brakes. Quickly, I'm doing this slowly, but you need to do this quick, don't mess around. Rear risers, come across all the mailons. Quickly, rose, look at my body, I'm walking to a wingtip while I'm rosing. Once it gets to here, just grab this wingtip and do that. That's it. I'm not exaggerating, do that. Now, follow the brakes back and pop them on neat before you get in a mess. So just follow the brakes back, just pull them up to the pulley, and then it'll be obvious where they go. And again, this one, just pull the brake through.
So you can take your time.
You can take your time, because I've just done that flip and it's still blowing a gale, nothing's changed, look at it. And then pop it on. So the brakes, look, are back where they should be and stowed. Happy days. So then I could now just leave it like that, put my harness on top and go and have a break. And then when I come back, I can put my gear on. I'm going totally off topic. This is nothing to do with kiting, but this is good for all paragliding. So you come back, you put your helmet back on, you put your harness back on. You don't need to open the wing, forget the wing, walk backwards, side onto the wind. Take the rears, take the rears. Now walk into the power zone. Watch. I'm going to walk round, the wing is still how I left it. I'm going to bring it round, look, back into the power zone, which is about there. And now, while I'm on the rears, I can either do that and just jolt my back, little run back, look, and it'll open. Or, while I've got the rears, still hold the rears, just give the A's a little tickle. Just gentle, because it's blowing, and then rears. You nearly had a blooper. I'd like to say all the videos, we haven't had any bloopers yet.
To be fair, I prefer doing kiting on just the brake, launching with the brake, just in case.
Like that, you mean?
Yeah, that's, and the rear brakes if it's windy.
Yeah.
That's what I prefer.
So let's just do a couple more. So first of all, the jolt launch. Lean forward, lean back hard, no brake, no brake, no brake, brake. Step under it, whichever side falls, step under it. All right. The Mike Kong launch. Get the wing square. Oh, typical, it's gone mad again. Wing square, gentle on the A's, brakes. There's that one. Woohoo! It's howling. If it gets this windy, look at my body, look how squatted I am. We'll let that come down. This one, I think I like this one the best. Brake lines in this hand. Take the A's square in this hand, because as I've said, I can steer the wing.
On the brake line.
The jolt launch.
Jolt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Because I find when I kite, I tend to do it in windier conditions, and using the A's.
Like that, you mean?
Yeah, using those as well as the brakes.
It's too much for you to concentrate on.
You don't need that much power on the A's.
Yeah.
You need to do the snap.
This is quite this jolt launch is quite a thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit like you got to snatch back, no brake, and then brake. Oh, it's getting windier. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm having to keep really, really squatted low now because it's so windy. Oh. Yeah, yeah, if it gets to the point where it's going to turn me, which it feels like it might in a minute, I'm going to land it. It's just far, it's not the wind, it's the turbulence, it's hellish turbulence. This field that we're in is our back of the house. And as you can see, if the wind's coming this way, that's a northerly wind, it's fantastic. But if it's coming from the south, it's coming down the hill. And it's just really turbulent. But hey, we had a bit of fun and I'm boiling hot now. And I'm out of breath. Let me get on these rears because it's gusting up. Always get on them rear risers. If it's windy, you've got to get on them rears like that.
What this is good for teaching you as well, when the glider's in the air, if it gets windy, is the positioning of the rear risers.
Yeah, yeah.
Really
it teaches you where they are situated in flight to grab them. Anyway, we'll do some more tomorrow when I've cooled down. Crikey, the things I do for this channel. So I've come round on my bike. The rain's just stopped finally, and I want to get this footage done for kiting. So I've just arrived at the ground handling field, and the forecast says no more rain coming, but look at this. That is coming straight at us. So I'm going to shelter in here for a few minutes and wait for this to go through. Yeah, it's raining here now as well, right. We're going to have to grab the bike, climb into the forest and take some shelter. Right, let's try and get over. This might go wrong. Now you definitely might see, oh shit, there goes me water. Now you definitely might see a blooper. Stay. All right, okay, we're under shelter. It still hasn't hit really big time, but it's going to hit big time. So I'm gonna wait here for a few minutes, and then hopefully when it goes through, the sun will be out and we'll do some more kiting. So just remember on the kiting, let me just take the glider off. Just remember on the kiting, this is not a launch method. It's just a confidence building method for getting used to what you can do with your canopy. I use it virtually every time I go out, but I use it for slightly different reasons, more advanced things. When I land, I twist around and I go straight into kiting. I'll show you some of that, hopefully if we get some flying in over the next few days, but it's doubtful. This video is being done in between rain showers. We've got so much bad weather forecast for the next week. I'm just trying to get done what I can to try and keep each episode going every week, but I'm really struggling on this particular episode. Here it comes. That's what we need. That's going out to our west. It's missing us, unfortunately. We've got some hellish heavy stuff coming, but hopefully we're going to get that after this rain goes through. So I will sit tight and keep my fingers crossed. So again, nice straight square wall. Step to the high side if there is one. I'm taking the brakes low down, and I'm going to lean to the wing and lean back hard, and up it comes, just like that. Now this is an actual paragliding wing, not a mini wing like the other day. So this one will definitely have me airborne if I'm not careful. So I'm definitely going to keep squatted even lower on this wing. So just on the brake lines, I want to go left. So I'm going to pull left arm, twist my body left and run left, like that. At least the air's lovely and smooth here. Now I want to run back to you. So get the glider nice and square above my head, pull right arm, twist my body right and run right. Like that. Okay, so this time I'm going to do a launch on the rear risers because the wind has now picked up. So I've got the rear risers to my hips, rear risers right on my hips. Here comes the lean to the wing, two, and then back hard, no brake, no brake, no brake, no brake, brake. You've got to just touch that brake when it gets right to the top. And now I'm just on the rear risers. So this is again where we got that rigidity. So if I happen to be lifted into the air, I won't untwist. Same again, I'm going to go left, pull left riser, face my body left and run left. Right arm to stop it. Drop it in the cobra position. Just with my fingertip, look, just fingertip. If I want it to come back, I'll pull more of my right arm and step under the low wing, like that, and back it comes. I'll do that towards the camera, so the wing has fallen right down. I'm just staying gently on my left arm, pull more left arm and walk under the low side. And back it comes. Like that. Woo! Twist left, run left. Twist right, run right. If it starts getting too fast, just put left arm and it'll slow down. Just like that. Again, jolt launch. Bang, up it comes, just like that. Wind has dropped a bit now, so I can go on the A's, look. So I'm just leaning on the A's to bring it up. Steering on the brakes with my left hand, steering on the A's with my right hand. Wind has dropped. Once it's up there, we can let the A's go and back onto the brakes like that. It's landing, go to the A's quick, go to the A's, gentle nudge, and back it comes. In, pull harder on the A's, pull hard, here it comes, stop pulling. I'm not going to let the A's go for a bit because the wind has gone super lightweight now, light wind. Wind is dead light now. There you go, it's back up. And that's it, look. If it starts to land, release the brakes a bit. Here it comes, it's going to gust up again now. Face right, pull right, and we'll run right. And vice versa, pulling left, running left. Oh, here comes the wind. Big gusts, big gusts. Okay, I'm going to go rear risers because it's really windy now. So I'm on rear risers again now. I'm stepping, whichever side falls, I'm still stepping. Oh, it's got very windy. Centre of gravity low. Get that centre of gravity low down so it doesn't pull me into the sky. So it's low to my left, so I'm going to step left while braking right, like that. Back on the brakes. Woo! So it's landed, look, just my right brake, pull more right brake and step under the low side and watch it comes back. Just like that, look. Do it to the left. Just fallen left, look. More left brake and step under the low side. So more left brake, step under it, and back it comes. Like that. Boom. If I parked the van in the middle of the field, I could have showed you kiting up and down the van on the rear brake lines and rear risers, etc. But I just thought I'd come on the bike today. Oh, it's getting windy. But look now, even while I'm talking to you, I've got just my one hand on the rear risers. Just one hand on the rear risers. And that'll keep the glider planted. And it's windy again now. You've got to get used to where those rear risers are situated. Let's do some more. Okay, wind has slightly eased again. So we'll go brake lines, but I'm going to nudge them on the A's this time because the wind has slightly dropped. In fact, it's dropped a lot now. So I've got the rear brake lines, right hand brake, left hand brake, right hand, left hand. So I'm still like a kite. Because the wind has dropped, I'm going to nudge the A's. I'm going to do a nudge launch on the A's like this. Pull, let go, walk to the top. Just like that. And then, although I'm moving around all the time, you don't have to do that. I'm just showing you what you can do. When the winds are more gentle like this, you can practice moving your hands on and off the A's, look, because it's not silly windy today, so I can practice, make it's landing, look, because the wind's dropping, and I can go for the A's and nudge it back. It's not gusty enough to be scaring, and get used to going back to the brake lines, look. This is all really good practice. So, jolt it on the A's, run at it, bit of brake at the top. Wind has dropped again, so now I'm just nudging it on the A's, and when I feel it's going to bite, I let go of the A's and I go back to the brake lines. So I'm just on the brake lines again now. If it starts to feel like it's going to lift me in the sky, I will go for the rear and the rear, like that. But it's nice and calm at the moment, so I'm just going to stay on the brake lines. Well, it's not calm, but it's not mentally windy. So look, just the brake lines, up, like that. And I want to land it now. So to land it, the quickest way to land it is to take the rears and just pull them to your hips, to your chest and then your hips, and it'll stay planted down. Okay, we've got another rain shower coming straight at us, look. That one's going to miss us. That one's coming straight at us. So I'm going to pack and we'll come back tomorrow again. I'm sure we'll have a few spots of gaps where I can do a bit more. So let's get this away. Okay, I promised you a bit of van walking. Here we go. I'm not saying you should do this, but I love doing this stuff. Woo. So, kiting on the brake lines because I want as much lift as I can. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Woo! Just brake lines, because the brake lines give me a bit more lift. If it gets dead windy, I would go onto the rear risers, don't forget. Here it comes. Oh, nearly slipped then. Oh. Oh, go for the rear risers, it's got a bit windy again. Just put my shorts down. I'm wearing half of them. Let's try another one. It's such good fun. Oi, wind's back. Keep squatted. Oh, bloody hell. Keep squatted, it's dead windy. God, every day I've done this video, it's been gusty. I'm going.
Gusty, isn't it?
Oh, God, I can't get back. It's got me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop. Oh, it's quite windy now. All right, snatch launch, just the brakes. Boom. Oh, not again. Not again. Oh, I can't get forward. Oh, yes, I can. Come on. Come on. Come on. I think I'm there. Might go rear risers, it's quite windy. Yes. Woo-hoo-hoo. Rear risers. I'll try and get one where I can stand still. I'm losing my shorts again. I'll try and get one where I stand still. Rear risers. Let's try another one. Okay, so I'm going to do a launch, but on the rear risers because it's just so windy again. So rear riser launch. Here it goes. Have them on my hips till I'm ready to launch. Lean. Boom. Like that. Hey, that's the one. That's the, okay. All right, slightly smaller wing. This wing suits my weight. This is a 26. This feels much better. The other one was a 29, so I was well out the weight range on the other wing. This one's much better. It's a ridge saw crosswind. Really dropped. Yeah, here's some. Oh, it's dropped again. Yeah. Okay, so the wind has dropped a little bit, so I'm going to go back to brakes as we've said, but I'm going to give it the little nudge on the A's. Still holding the brakes, but I'm holding them right low. Little nudge on the A's, just a little one, watch. Nudge, let go. Not worth going on the rear risers because it's just not that windy. Oh, in fact, it's dead light. If it starts to land, like I've shown you, be ready to grab those A's and give them a nudge. The wind's just dropped. Like now, look, it's falling, release the brakes. If it starts to land, give the A's a little nudge like this, and back it comes. The wind has drastically dropped. Oh, there's a bit. Woo! Ah, boom! And that's kiting. Cheers, guys. I hope you've enjoyed that. What should we do the next video as, Sean? Soaring?
Soaring or
Taking off. Taking off.
Or flare take. Oh no, taking off.
Let's do taking off.
Taking off.
So you've got the you've mastered the launch, you've mastered the turn, we'll go to taking off. Body position, pitch control for taking off. See you next week.